Good evening, everyone. I followed the system my parents taught me. They say get a degree, get a job, work 40 years and retire happily. And then after 3 years of working, I guess they didn't like my teenage brain and they fired me. And I realized that I needed to go a different route. And that's when I started focusing on becoming financially free. Now, what financial freedom means is that you're earning enough passive income. You know, income that's coming in whether you're sleeping or not sleeping, whether you're working or not working. This can be generated in multiple different ways. But once you earn enough passive income to cover your monthly expenses, you no longer need to work, you get to choose to work. So once you can cover these expenses, your residence, cost of utilities, education, food, money, traveling, your monthly living costs with your passive income, life takes on a whole new meaning because time can be invested in the things that you love as opposed to doing the things because your boss tells you to do it. Now, the way you can become financially free, there are different alternatives. These are the three that I've chosen. The first one is property investing, which I will speak a little bit about today, and then hopefully give you some ideas you can get started. Online business, and then writing and receiving income through royalties from books. Those are the three ways in which I generate passive income. So here we've got property. There are two main strategies that you have with property. You've got your active strategies, is what we call them, your passive strategies. Your active strategies is when you buy a property below market value, you force the appreciation, you sell it up here, and you make a lump sum of profit. With your passive or your rental strategies, you buy a property, rent it out, receive passive income from the tenant. So here's a classic active strategy. You buy a property in terrible condition, renovate it by forcing the value of the property to go up. You can then sell it at a premium value, all the while making a lump sum of profit. And we call it the flipping strategy, which is quite a common term in the property game. Here's an example of one. So a student of mine bought this property in Craig Hall. And as you can see with the kitchen, it used to be closed off. It used to be a really small kitchen. So what he did is he broke down the walls, open planned the kitchen, put in nice finishes. He forced the value of the property to go up. And that's how he was able to make a sizable profit off this deal. So if we look at the numbers, he purchased it for $850, which is quite a discount in Craig Hall. He had some legal costs. He renovated for $520. So he put a lot of money into fixing the property and increasing the value. He was essentially in the deal for 1.45 million, sold it for 1.8, made a profit of 340,000, which was more than I was earning at a year in corporate. Then we've got the rental strategy, so once you've done enough flipping and you've generated a lump sum of profit, you can reinvest that into rental strategies. And the rental is where the passiveness sits, because whether you're working or not, your tenant has to pay you your rent. So let's look at an example of a deal. This is a 14-bedroom flat in Rosettenville, multi-let. So the difference between a multi-let and a buy-to-let is one property, one tenant. Multi-let is one property, multiple tenants, which is great because if one tenant doesn't pay, you've still got 4 tenants paying you. So it reduces your risk. This is the first one that I ever bought. On the market for 1.8 million. And this was what the estate agent told me. There's a 1-bedroom for 3,000 per month. A 3-bedroom for 4,200, and the remaining are 2 bedrooms going for 3,800. So this property on its own is generating 27,545 rand per month. So let's just look at the numbers on a monthly basis. Okay, it's a little bit skewed. Sorry, the rent coming in is 27. The monthly bond is 13. Rates and taxes is 1,200. The provisions is 5,500. So from day one, this property is generating around 7,000 rand per month positive profit, which of course is not financial freedom unless you stop shopping at Woolies maybe. Here is a projection of the next 15 years. What's great about property is as time goes on, it increases in value. The green line is telling you the rental, and it increases by 10% per annum. The expenses also increase, but not at the same rate. And the difference between the green and the red is my profit. So as time goes on, you'll see the cash flow starts to increase. So in year one, it's making 7,000 rand per month, but at the end of 15 years, it will make the equivalent of 93,000 rand. So my suggestion or my hope is that hopefully you get into property investing. You can buy 1 or 2 of these a year or every 2 years and slowly financially protect yourself from having one income stream. Because the reality is jobs are just not as secure as they used to be. Unfortunately, the economy we're in is a bit tight. You can see here, this is from the business report, that there was 146,000 jobs lost just in the construction industry alone. I'm not the only one who's been retrenched or fired. Unfortunately, I think we need to start looking after ourselves financially. The second way in which I generate passive income is through online business. It's a great way for anyone who's willing to put some time in and maybe has a good IT friend that they could leverage off. This was the first online business that I built. It's called mypropertyapp.online. Essentially what it does is it prompts you for inputs. Then once you've put your inputs, it'll then print out what the return on investment is. It'll give you a projection over the next 20 years of how the deal will do. And with a click of a button, you can generate a professional proposal, take it to an investor, to the bank, and hopefully raise capital for your first deal. So it's a subscription-based model. We're the company providing a service. We put all the hard work in, and now we just charge people a monthly service fee if they want to use our calculator, so to speak. So whether it is 1 user, 10 users, 1,000 users, same amount of my time is being used. So if we look at it on a monthly basis, we've got essentially 1,000 users currently using the app. It's 150 Rand per month. Currently there are 300 active users, so we're generating about 18,000 Rand in revenue on a monthly basis. So that's another way in which you can generate one income stream, maybe a bit from property, maybe from another business. And that gives me the time to go and practice piano. So if you wanted to know why I can play piano, it's because property, books, and that kind of stuff has given me my time back. If you'd like to know more, if you want to chat to me about how you can become financially free, I'd love to meet you. Thank you.